Good morning. It's time for our deep dive market review in real estate with Gigi of Jax. Wow, so much is going on right now. So, total listing count. Everyone's wondering, like, what is going on in this market? Do we have homes? Are mortgages too high? What's the inventory? What's the demand? And we're all just kind of like, what's going on? Let's solve the problem right now. So, our total listings active on the market right now have changed significantly since the pandemic. So, on this graph, you're going to see the total listing count year over year over year. So, there's a big red bar that's going up through May of 2020. So, between like March, April, and May, the meaning of home changed significantly, as did our pattern of life. We all know what happened during that time. We were forced to find a new way to do life, and a lot of us found new ways to do everything, including working from home, entertaining from home. We found new hobbies at home. I personally learned that I love gardening at home. So buyer activity increased as the style of mortgage and home ownership changed during that time. People began looking for offices in their home, ability to have a gym in their home. And so we saw an influx of demand rise, and at the same time, mortgage rates hit a historical crazy low. And it was mayhem in the mortgage and real estate industry. So, what's going on? The number of homes for sale now is increasing. However, we're still 43% lower than we were before the pandemic in 2017, 2019. That's what this chart is showing us. Yes, we're on the rise again, but as you can see in 2021 and 2022, number of homes available dropped because we had the historical low rates and we had a huge demand of change of housing. But we are still climbing. So what does this change of inventory look like in a year over year on a national average look like? The dark blue shows that the inventory across the U.S. has significantly changed. In fact, 65% is the national average of change in inventory across the world. Now, a more in-depth look would be a month-over-month view. And we can see the inventory last year is lower, but we do have more available in this market. So how the heck does that make any sense? Well, it's simple. Inventory is still tighter than it was previous, and there's not enough available to meet the buyer demand. Even though we're constantly increasing the inventory, that means we still have buyers that are looking for homes just like yours. So home selling is one of the most stressful times, and having an experienced agent that has the heart of a teacher awards you as the seller an opportunity to have a trusted advisor that has your best interest at heart, that will help you navigate the entire process of selling your home. And this quote from Dave Ramsey says it perfectly. When getting help with money, whether it's insurance, real estate, or investments, always look for the person with the heart of a teacher. And that's something that we pride ourselves in, is walking you step by step through the process and ensuring that you feel confident in what we're doing before we move forward to the next step. So what do you do if your home failed to sell and it expires and falls off the market? So sellers have basically four options. One is relist with your current agent and take a chance, or just take the house off the market altogether, realign your plan, list for sale by owner and run the risk of all the things. Or the fourth option, which has been a really good option for many of our sellers, is to relist with a new agent that has a new and different strategy and excitement about your property, to align your property to be the obvious choice in this current market. And that is where we specialize. 85% of our business is working with expired listings for homes that failed to sell for whatever reason in the previous market. We like playing detective, picking up the pieces, trying to understand what we need to do to formulate a strategy that best aligns your home to be the obvious choice. Homeowners today have more equity than in previous markets. So we're also seeing more people come available and say, hey, I need some help listing my home. I'd like to take advantage of this mortgage or of this equity. Home values have increased despite the fact that you're seeing many homes are price reducing, and that's making folks think, oh, home values have dropped. That's not correct. In the previous slides, we shared with you that there was this crazy chaotic demand, historically low rates that created the perfect storm for a free-for-all with pricing strategy. Well, now things are starting to normalize and neutralize, which means homes are on the market a little longer. And the price adjustments that you're seeing are either one of two things. One, they were priced incorrectly, or two, they were priced during the last market shift and are needing to be adjusted to align with the market. After all, the seller and the real estate agent don't determine the price of the home. The buyers and the market demand is what dictates the value of a home, the price that the market is willing to pay to move. So even though we're seeing these drops, we still have 48% of mortgage residential properties equity rich, meaning that the combined estimate amount of the loan balance that was secured was no more than 50% of the estimated market value. So a lot of homeowners have equity that they don't even realize is available to them. And now that prices are aligning to the market, it's a great time for a seller to become a buyer. So CoreLogic reported in their Q3 report 34.3K average home equity gain. That is the average equity gain of U.S. homeowners. Year over year, the percentage increase in equity for homeowners was 15.8%. And year over year, equity increase for U.S. homeowners, $2.2 trillion. Homeowners are gaining equity in all categories. Now let's look at over the past 5 years, the national averages. So the national average for home value increased 60.6% Q3 of 2022. So my question to you is, do you really know the market value of your current home and your position with your equity in this market? Maybe you're one of those that purchased a home during the pandemic and you're like, man, this really wasn't a house for me. Where do I stand? Could I potentially move? That's something that we should definitely talk about. Maybe you're in a position to where life has changed for you and, the home is too big for you and it's time to downsize into something more manageable. Or maybe you're growing and your home, you're just busting at the seams and it's time for you to upgrade. Those are things that we can definitely help you with on our team. So we're Gigi of Jacks. I pride myself in our slogan that Gigi gets it sold when others fail to do so. That's a powerful statement. It's not very popular, but it's true. My job is to provide you with the hit of the hurt of the truth versus the comfort of a gentle lie. That means I'm always going to tell you what you need to hear, not maybe what we want to hear. We're also going to back that with a proven strategy that effectively gets homes sold in this current market. We follow a pricing strategy. We are expert negotiators from the start to the finish. We're very creative and out-of-the-box thinking with marketing strategies that are proven to drive traffic to your home. We have a 97% close rate in this current market, and our team landed among the top 500 out of 11,000 agents to become one of the Jacks Real Producers, the top 500 agents in Jacksonville. If anything was said today that made you think or go, I wonder, let's chat. It's a quick conversation, and then you can have all the valuable information you need to make the decision to sell your home when and if the time is right for you in your time. Thank you so much for joining in today. If you had value in this, don't forget to subscribe and stay in the know on our daily, monthly, and weekly updates. I'm Gigi of Jax, and Gigi gets it sold.